Joining us now on Bucky and BK, he is third-year Edge at the University of Texas, Ethan Burke. And our weekly conversations with Ethan are brought to you by our great friends at realtruck.com. Real Truck is the #1 truck accessory brand in the United States with top-selling upgrades for the ultimate tailgate party, hitch grills, powered coolers, weatherproof awnings, and so much more. Gear up for football season and bring your truck to life at realtruck.com. Don't forget the promo code TSU. You're going to get a free gift with your purchase from realtruck.com. Ethan, thanks as always for the time, my man. How are you?
I'm doing good, guys. Thanks for having me back.
Well, it's always good to talk to you, man. This is a kind of crazy time. We talked before we just came on about a hectic time. You got to get gifts. You got family. I know you probably got family coming from all over. Another home game. How's that feel? This is going the distance right here now.
Yeah, dude, it's super exciting. We thought we played our last game in DKR, but to get another one, it's a blessing, really. So, I'm excited. It's a first playoff game in DKR probably ever. So
oh yeah,
this new format's super exciting for the fans and the players. We've had a lot of juice during practice. I think just knowing we get to play another game here and how exciting it's going to be, really. Christmas time.
Yeah. We took last week off to wallow in our sorrows. We're not going to spend too much time harping on the SEC championship game, Ethan, but I do want to ask you one question. I mean, what went wrong? I know you guys are upset and frustrated by the finish, but what didn't go right for you guys down the stretch and maybe cost you in Atlanta last weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think we really battled well. I don't think there's any doubt in that, our fight, but I think there's some penalties we could clean up. Just executing what the coaches put on the table for us to do. So just having a better understanding of the details in the game plan. I think that's what it came down to down the stretch. But without a doubt, it's better than the first game.
I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's you'll have that. You'll have a couple more opportunities to play against them. But what you really like to do is have that last opportunity to play against them just one more time this year would be fantastic.
Yeah, this year, man. That's the goal.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. You may have just answered it, but of course you guys want to play on January 20th. That's no secret. Your head coach talks about it all the time, and I love that he's open with it. If you had your preference, would you want that third opportunity against Georgia, or hey, maybe it's time to try our hand against somebody else?
No, I think we know them well, so it would definitely be another great game and great matchup for us. I think we're continuing to get better, and this week has been so great for us. And last week, we were practicing hard. So I mean, whoever we play is whoever we play. I wouldn't mind playing Georgia at all, even though we've lost twice. I think, third time we come around and we do things a little better as we did in the second game. And if that's how it ends up being, that's how it ends up being.
Yeah, I mean, when you pit the two, I think the two best defenses in college football together, that's an awful lot of fun. That's a lot of fun for the fans to see. I know everybody wants to see some offensive ball, but boy, when it looks like this is going to be a rivalry, for year in, year out, that's the group that you have to beat. I think Georgia's going to feel the same way about Texas. This is the team that we have to beat. It used to be they had to beat Alabama, which they don't beat. Alabama seems to find a way every year, it seems like, to beat them. But I think the new rivalry may end up being Texas versus Georgia, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy that because that's the best. That's one of the best teams going right now. They have been for a number of years, and there's a different physicality when you play against those guys when you play against somebody else.
Yeah, they are real, and our goal is to be better than them. So
yeah.
I think it definitely could evolve into a rivalry just because both are on pace to continuing to dominate college football.
Yep.
And if everything works out how both the universities want it to, that's how it'll be. And I think it'll be a fun game for many years to come.
Yeah, well said. Ethan Burke joining us here on Texas Sports Unfiltered, our weekly conversations with Ethan, brought to you by our friends at realtruck.com. All right, Ethan, I'm sure you've been asked about it 1,000 times, but we're going to make it 1,001. You're going up against your high school quarterback this weekend. Before I ask just about that, have you talked to Cade Klubnik at all since the bracket came out last Sunday?
No, I haven't texted him yet. I think a few guys have texted him. I haven't sent him a text. I'll save it for after the game. no need right now. I'm focused on what I'm focused on. He's focused on what he's got to do. So just preparing, and I know him pretty well. He's a real true competitor, and he hates to lose. He's not used to it. Growing up, we're in Westlake, they didn't lose much, so it's going to be a great game. I'm happy to be able to play against him at this level now.
Yeah, I mean, you've played against some quarterbacks that can get out of the pocket and make things happen. Mm-hmm. He's got a fantastic arm, but his awareness in the pocket is really, really special.
Yeah,
he's the guy, Ethan, that doesn't give it up at the end. He's not a guy who likes to slide. He likes to force himself upon defenders as if he's going to bow right up to guys in the secondary. So everybody will get an opportunity to get their shot at him because he doesn't give up. He won't give up. One tackler, you're going to have to hold on for dear life with him, but he'll lower his shoulder as if he's a running back and take on that kind of contact.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't like to slide, and that's something we've seen on film, so something we want to have him doing is sliding by the end of the game, honestly.
Yes.
So if he starts to slide, that's a good sign, I think.
Yeah. Have you and Michael and Colton and your other Westlake teammates, have you guys, taken a little bit more of a vocal role over the last week and a half because you guys kind of know what it's like to go up against Cade Klubnik?
Yeah. We definitely have. I'm trying to tell everyone, how he is and how I think he plays sort of, because we played with each other for a while and I played against him for 2 years. So just trying to remember his tendencies and just, portray how I think he's going to act throughout the game.
Ethan, let me ask you this. As this season has gone on, the longest season in college football, and it still continues on, it can go on for weeks and what seems like months even to the very end of this. What's your energy level like? I can't ask you about all the guys because you see them every day, and I don't want to know about all. What's your energy level like? I know the excitement level's there, but is there do you have to do some of really doing the right things now to keep your energy up? I mean, can you find yourself getting tired? I'm not bored, but tired.
Man, I've honestly, I feel like the past week and the SEC championship, I've had a ton of energy. We've been able to sleep in a little more, and I don't know if it's that, but I think practice all week I was flying around, it felt like. So I don't think there's anything going on there. We've had really good practices, and I think we're just so excited playing this game. I don't think it's really bothered us so far.
Yeah, kind of following up on that, Ethan, what's the schedule been like for y'all since last Sunday? Did y'all treat last week like a normal bye week like you had in the regular season, or was it a little bit different because of what's at stake?
Yeah, no, it was similar. We got a few days off. I think we needed it. As Bucky was saying, it's a long season. So get a few days off, and then we went at it Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend off. And then this week has been just like any other week. It's been competitive, though, I will say.
Guys in that mood. They're still in that aggressive mood, kind of feisty during the holiday season.
Man, yeah.
I bet they are.
Come on.
You guys are tired of each other, I'm sure, at this point.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Andrew Makuba? Obviously, you've got the storyline with y'all going up against your high school teammate, but Andrew Makuba spent the first 3 years of his college career at Clemson. What's it like having a guy who kind of knows the system, knows the coach, knows a lot of the players in your locker room helping you game plan?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, Coobs has such a great knowledge of the game, and I know he's helping the back end, on what they're doing. Being over there for 3 years, you really start to understand a team's tendencies and offense's tendencies. And I know he's sharing what he knows, and that's such a great advantage for us that he's going to play a lot and he can inform the coaches and everyone on Clemson's game plan and who they are as a team.
Ethan, Arch. His excitement about, he's got in a couple of these games and some big moments here lately. I know he'd like to get in more. All the fans would like to see him in more. But what's he like at practice? I mean, you get a chance to go against him. I'm pretty sure he gives you a couple good looks. But is his excitement level up there too?
Yeah. He's always there, man. He's ready. That off the field, he's who he is. And then once we get on, he flips the switch. He says it too. He's always ready to go once we're playing football. So he's been good. He's fun to compete against.
Yeah, Texas Edge Ethan Burke with us right now. And of course, our weekly conversations brought to you by our friends at realtruck.com. Don't forget to use the promo code TSU for a free gift at checkout at realtruck.com. Do you care, Ethan? I feel like some of your teammates got snubbed with the all SEC teams and some of the other, postseason accolades that have been given out since the last game of the year. Is that extra fuel to your fire? Do y'all talk about that? How do you feel about some of those lists and rankings that came out?
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit. Like there, we had for the defense, there was just not enough guys to make it, and I know Taft got All-American. He didn't get SEC, right? So
right,
yeah,
so
three
teams. He didn't make any of them.
Yeah, it's that to me is ridiculous, and that's a good buddy of mine. So I think that fuels our fire. And there's so many other guys that I didn't mention who obviously should be on and have had incredible years.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Ethan, do you miss? I mean, I think obviously if you've been there for 3 years, you've been to a bowl game. This whole thing is different now. What about the gear? I mean, what do we got for gear now that you don't get to take those? Remember those bowl trips? You'd go somewhere, spend a week, have a blast, get all kinds of gear. I mean, what do they do? I mean, if you win this game, this home game, you'll go back to Atlanta. Is there gear waiting in Atlanta?
Well, we've been getting gear this week, so we've got some sweet stuff. I'll show you all.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah. That's one of my favorites that we've gotten so far, without a doubt. And then we got some slides that I love. It's been good. They've been hooking it up so far.
So the more you win, the more gear you're going to get as the time keeps going, huh?
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna call dibs if there's anything you or your teammates don't want, Ethan. You've got 100 pounds more of muscle than I do, I think. So I doubt we're the same size. But I'll throw it in the dryer. I'll shrink it. Whatever you don't want, send it over here, man.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
There you go. Hey, a couple more. I want to ask you about your alma mater too, because Westlake's playing for a state title this weekend. But I do want to ask, because it kind of falls in line with Bucky's question about the gear. Like, it's got to be a little difficult knowing what's at stake, right? Knowing if you win this, you go here and you play them. And if you win that, oh my God, our third game could be in Dallas. That's like a home game with the chance to win that and play for a national championship. And hey, we can get another shot in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We could maybe play Georgia again. Like, is it difficult for y'all to just focus on one team and one game with everything that is potentially on the line here?
Yeah, I mean, we're aware of what's in the future, but there's so much going on right now. Like it's hard to even, unless you're a part of it doing it, it's hard to even explain how hectic everything is. We have very little free time. We're meeting all day. We're trying to learn about Clemson right now all day. So like we're aware and we see that stuff on social media a little bit, but for now it's Clemson really, because there's nothing else to focus on, but there's no more energy to be thrown at anything else besides this game this week.
Now, how's that? Is it a relief that the classes are over with and you can just focus in on ball, working out, eating well, and trying to rest?
Yes, it makes it so much easier. I'm not gonna lie. Life is much better without it.
Yeah, when was your last final?
I had one last Thursday online, and then I wrote a paper. I've been good ever since.
Nice. There you go. So a couple more for you. I could tell the excitement in your voice when I brought up Westlake. I know you've been busy as all hell with school and with playing games, but have you had the chance to watch any of the Shaps playoff run, and how excited are you that they're back in another state championship?
Yeah, man, I'm thrilled. We talk about it. We have like 6 or 7 Westlake guys on the team, so we talk about it all the time. And I think everyone else in the locker room is getting sick of it, just because we're always talking about them and bragging about how they're winning. So, I knew they had a shot against North Shore, but to beat them like that was awesome. We're so proud to have went to that school,
and they beat them down.
Yeah, they really did. I watched the whole game. My brother had like a little party, so I was there watching it with him, and it was a blast, man. I just hope they can win again this weekend.
That'd be awesome.
You guys are a different breed, man. Like I watched the whole game with a couple of my buddies who were Westlake grads who were like in their 30s, and they're going nuts. They're cheering, they're yelling at the TV. Like, I don't think I've watched a second of my high school alma mater since I left. We also suck. That's probably why. But you guys, it's a passionate bunch, man, you Westlake fans. Like, it feels like that just stays with you and will stay with you until the end of time.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I think everyone's so passionate about it, and it's fun to support them that they're still doing well, and hopefully for years to come, they'll be dominating Texas football.
Definitely. All right, I want to end with a fun one here, Ethan. Christmas coming up, a week away. You told us before we started recording this interview that you've got some Christmas shopping to do. I got to ask you though, what's on your Christmas wish list? If you're asking parents or friends or whoever for something this holiday season, what's at the top of your list?
Yeah, dude, it's always hard for me because I don't want a bunch of just random things that I don't really need. I try to get it like 2 or 3 things that I really need or want. So I try to get like a red light panel, like red light therapy. I wanted one of those, and then a jacket and shoes, and then Real Truck hooked it up with the front thing, so that was huge.
I was going to ask about that. You're now an official Real Truck customer. Have you had the chance to hook your Bronco up with that thing yet? Or you waiting?
I already got it installed. I got to go get a winch for it, and then it'll be looking sweet. It's already looking sweet, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Merry Christmas. Oh, quick one. Favorite part of Christmas? Is it the gift giving? Is it I don't know if you guys are going to be able to relax that much because hopefully you're still playing, but what's your favorite part of the holiday season?
Man, probably I do enjoy giving gifts to like my younger siblings and whatnot, and then just seeing family that I haven't seen in a while. I'm going to Utah to see some family, so that'll be nice. I'll enjoy that.
What about ticket asking? What about the folks asking for tickets still? The regular season's over with. They still hounding you about tickets for this Saturday still?
Yeah, well, thank God most people they think I only got 4. So
there you go.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, your secret's safe with us and the thousands of people watching and listening right now, but that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay. Ethan, you're the man. Always appreciate the time. We know you're in the middle of maybe the busiest week of your life, so we can't thank you enough for sacrificing a few minutes today. And Merry Christmas to you and yours. Hopefully we get the chance to talk next week, but if not, we'll obviously reconnect after Christmas. But thanks for your time as always, man.
All right, guys. Merry Christmas. Hook 'em, guys. Thank you.